Hi foodies, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making meat pies. So in a bowl I have about 3 cups of flour. I'm just going to be adding 1 tablespoon of baking powder and also 1 tablespoon of salt. And after that I'm just going to be mixing it together to make sure the dry ingredients are finely incorporated together. So into the flour I'm just going to be adding my butter and I'm just going to be mixing it together. Just so you know, it's going to be a messy process, so it's better you wear an apron when making the meat pies because it's going to be messy. So I'm just going to be mixing it together until it has like a breadcrumb like consistency. That's the kind of consistency you want to achieve while mixing it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Support me by subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bar. I drop new recipes every week. So right now I just added 3 eggs to it and I'm just mixing it with a spoon to make sure they're incorporated as well together. And I'm also going to be adding evaporated milk as well, about 1/4 cup of evaporated milk. So I'm just mixing it again with a spoon to make sure they're incorporated before I start using my hands to mix it. Like I said, it's going to be a messy process, so I'm just going to be mixing it with my hands. And while mixing it, I noticed my consistency is too soft and that's not what I want for the pies. So I'm just adding a little bit of flour to it to make sure it comes out looking really thick a bit. The consistency of the dough should not be too hard, you're just kneading it a bit. So I'm just adding more flour to it to make sure it's not too thick and it's not too light, because I'm not using the dough for bread, I'm using it for pies. So I'm just kneading it lightly. It's because it's on fast forward, that's why you can see I'm moving so fast, but you just have to knead it lightly. So into my working table I'm adding flour and I'm kneading it lightly. Like I said, just give it a light knead. We're not kneading it as if we're making a bread. Just knead it a bit for about 5 minutes gently, and I'm going to transfer this batter right now into a bowl. So I'm transferring into a bowl and I'm covering it with a tin foil, and I'm gonna keep it in the fridge for about 1 hour. If you're putting it in the freezer, 30 minutes will do. You don't want the dough to be at room temperature, if not it will get too soft. That's why we're putting it into a fridge. So in my pan I have about 3 tablespoons of butter. I just added 1 finely chopped onions. I'm gonna saute it for about 5 minutes. I'm also using 250 grams of minced beef. I'm just frying the beef until they get cooked. You just want to keep stirring until it's looking cooked. It's no longer looking as red as it is in the beginning. You just want to keep sauteing it for about 5 to 6 minutes and make sure it doesn't get burnt as well. That's why you have to keep stirring the meat. So right now the meat is looking really cooked, so I'm going to be adding my ingredients. I'm going to be adding ground ginger, about 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. I'm also going to be adding minced herbs, about 1 teaspoon of minced herbs as well. I'm also going to be adding paprika, 1 teaspoon of paprika. And I'm also going to be adding 1 stock cube. You can add whatever ingredients you want as long as it suits your preference, what you want to achieve in the taste of the minced beef. Thus you can add whatever ingredients you want. I'm also adding 2 finely chopped carrots and 3 medium chopped Irish potatoes. And the trick for the Irish potatoes, because it takes a long time to cook, I advise you cook the Irish potatoes separately in water for about 2 to 3 minutes before adding it into the minced beef recipe. By doing this, the potatoes get cooked real quick and they come out looking mushy. Like you can see, they are very soft right now and they're having a mushy consistency. So I noticed my consistency was a little bit too runny, so I just added 1 tablespoon of flour and I'm just mixing it and I'm done with the filling. So I removed the batter from the fridge and you can see it's looking really good. I'm just kneading it a bit and I'm cutting it right now into different bits. You want to cut it into small bits to determine the number of pies you're going to make for this recipe. And when you're cutting it, you can tell you that you need either 10 or 16 pies. So I'm just cutting it aside. I'm gonna be using 2 methods for the meat pie right now. So I'm just using my rolling pin to roll a little bit of the batter, and I'm just rolling it into a circular shape to determine the size of the pie, because I'm using 2 methods. So this is the first one. I'm just rolling the batter into a circular shape and I'm adding the meat pie filling right now. And you also want to separate the meat pie filling according to the number of pies you cut from the batter to determine how the filling will get into the pie. So approximately 1 tablespoon of filling you can add to the pie. So I'm using my fork to close the edges, and I'm putting it and I'm shifting the edges into the pie to give it a very nice look as well. So this is the first method I'm using, and the other one also, I'm just going to be putting flour on my working table. I'm rolling my batter into a circular shape as well, but this time I'm rolling it into a bigger shape because I'm going to be using a pan or a plate to determine the shape of the pie. So if you want to have a perfect shape of the pie, I suggest you use either a saucepan, the cover of a pot, but right here I'm using a round plate. You can see the shape of the pie is coming out looking really nice. It's looking perfectly round. If you want to achieve a perfect shape, I advise you use a saucepan, cover of a pot, or round plate. So also take 1 tablespoon of the filling. You close with your with the hands first, then you use the fork to close the edges as well. You can see this pie right here is looking perfect. You can see my pies, some are looking perfect, some are looking not so good. So if you want to achieve a perfect looking pie, you use a saucepan or a plate. So you can see the pie, they're looking good. So I'm just going to bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes at 180 degrees until they're golden brown. And thank you for watching. You can see this is my final look of the pie. It looks good. Thanks for watching.